the first thing I'm going to want to do is create my HTML document. And based on my notes here, what I'm going to do is just basically create a skeleton HTML, HTML5 document. I'm going to give it a title, give it a meta description, and then fill it up full of the div containers that I'm showing over here. So what I chose for inspiration, as you may already know, is St. Petersburg, Russia. Why? Because, well, it's cold there, and I'm moving to San Francisco, and it's going to be much colder than Los Angeles. So maybe this will get me in the spirit. Well, let's jump right into it. I'm going to fire up Dreamweaver. I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to make sure that my doc type is set to HTML5. And actually, the very first thing I do once I do something like this, I'm just going to save it. Let me go right to my desktop, and I'll create a new folder, call it TDI project. And this is going to be my index file. Here we go. All right. New doc type, I got the, what do I need to do? Well, I'm going to first, since the title tag's already here, let me name my page. I'll just name it St. Petersburg. I'll just copy and paste all this code right here. St. Petersburg, Russia. Cool. Now I have a title. And now I want a meta description. Let me explain what that is in case you don't know. When we look at a search result over here, this is the title of the page. Obviously, this is the link. And this is the meta description, or to be specific, it could be the meta description. Google is going to either pull some of the first text on your page if you don't have a meta description listed and pop that in as the description, or if you specifically give it a meta description, it's going to put it in there. Now, personally, I feel that you always really want to add a meta description unless the first couple of words in your document sum it up better anyway. Just for the sake of you want to have control over the presentation of your page in a search engine. And of course, there's plenty of places where you could learn more about meta descriptions, and moz.com is one of the better places. We're kind of veering off into marketing SEO turf over here, but really web development and SEO sort of go hand in hand, because a lot of people, what's the point of having a page if people don't come and buy your product, right? So all right, let's start with that. St. Petersburg, Russia. Let me find some text that I could kind of just copy and paste in here. St. Petersburg, Russia. Here we go. I'm just going to take the first sentence of. There we go. That's a good one. St. Petersburg, Russia is often described as the most western city of Russia, as well as its cultural capital. Sounds good to me. Hope it sounds good to anybody from Russia. So here we go. Meta. Now, so we start with the name tag, then the name is going to say what it is. It's a description. And now, what's the description going to actually be? And it's that what I just said. And we are done. So there we go. We're set. Meta description, title, great. Now, as far as the body goes, what we want to do is, let me go back to, there we go. Now here is where we're going to define sort of the document flow. And the order of operations for me is going to be what? The container first, because it's surrounding everything. Then we'll have the header, then photos, weather, information, and footer. So let's do that very quick. Div, here we go. I'll go, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the sixth one, this is going to be our guy our container over here, because that one is going to hold all of the content, so we could center it about as we'd like. And we go, of course, ID equals container, and just because I like to operate quickly, I'll pop it all in. So I said header photos weather. Oh, I think I'm missing one, right? Weather. I'm obviously missing how to spell properly. Weather information and form. I'm sure it's painful to watch me try to spell, huh? And footer. Now let me verify that being correct. Container, yep. And it ends here. Then we got header, photos, weather, information, footer. Cool. I am ready to move to the next step.